What's up, guys? I'm AUSSIE METALHEAD. I'm doing 150 classic albums over the end of the year. Arctic Monkeys AM is on Apple Music's top 100 albums of all time, and it's also the most popular rock album of Spotify. So in the past like 2 decades, I've heard "Do I Want to Know?" I've heard "Are You Mine?" I've heard "I Want to Be Yours." I think that's all of the songs that I've heard from this, which is rather small considering how many billions of streams every other song has. I know that I like it. At least I like the songs that I know. So yeah, let's just jump into it. One of the most like iconic bass lines ever.
Have you got color in your cheeks? Do you ever get that feel that you can't shift, the type that sticks around like summits in your teeth? Are there some aces up your sleeve? Have you no idea that you're in deep? I dreamt about you nearly every night this week. How many secrets can you keep? 'Cause there's this tune I found that makes me think of you somehow, and I play it on repeat until I fall asleep, spilling drinks on my settee. Do I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways? Sad to see you go. Sorta hoping that you'd stay. Maybe we both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Crawling back to you. Never thought of calling when you left you, 'cause I always knew. Maybe I'm too busy being lost to fall for somebody new. Now I thought it through, crawling back to you. So have you got the goods?
Also, I didn't mention I'm going to be rating the tracks alongside. If you want to actually get the detailed review, it's going to be in my Discord or on my TikTok. This is just first listen, and I'm going to listen to it after this recording, and then, you know, mull over it a bit more. I feel like they're Arctic Monkeys. I know that this album, alongside like some of the critics, like Fantana and stuff like music nerd communities, is looked down upon, and I think it's because it's not necessarily like reinventing the wheel or anything like that. It's taking from its inspirations of like Arctic Monkeys, inspirations of the Strokes and stuff like that, and just making good music. It's not really innovating or anything like that, but I don't think music necessarily needs to. And I feel like in a lot of other aspects, we don't shit on people that are making very high quality versions of stuff that they're deriving from that much. Like there is a Pearl Jam is very similar to Led Zeppelin. We don't really shit on them for that, right? Guns N' Roses is very similar to a lot of the other 80s and 70s rock bands at the time. Chapel Roan's doing obviously a music taking from a lot of her inspirations, that sort of thing, but we don't shit on them. And I feel like Arctic Monkeys gets an undue level of criticism in that regard. But then when I'm also thinking about it, it's one of the most streamed albums of all time, and it's the most streamed rock album of all time. And at least like Apple Music has praised this album against. But like I remember when it first came out, because I listened to these 3 songs, Arctic Monkeys were kind of not seen as like a critical darling or anything like that. And I think that was like unfair, because it has really sick bass lines. Alex Turner's voice is really fucking nice. There's not much to complain about whatsoever. And it's not like derivative of too polished to the point of it being like annoying, like I don't know, like late Maroon 5 or something like that, you know?
Been wondering if your heart's still open, and if so, I wanna know what time it should. Simmer down and poker up. I'm sorry to interrupt, it's just I'm constantly on the cusp. I've tried to kiss you. I don't know if you feel the same as I do.
I am not entirely sure how I'm gonna feel about this because I know that I've listened to this so much that if in the past, it's been a few years since I've heard it, but I've listened to it so much in the past that it doesn't have the same level of magic. So in my mind, it's kind of like a 9 at the moment. But if someone was like, "Oh, that's a 10 or an 11 or whatever," it's like, yeah, it's totally valid. It has so many. It's so iconic. Um, I just feel like it's I don't know. It's similar to like any other song that you've heard a billion times. And then it kind of like the magic takes away a tiny bit. Like the opposite of Mr. Brightside. That song will never not hit. But this one just has mellowed over time for me a tiny bit. And sadly, there's another track that I know, which is Are You Mine? But apart from from that point onwards, I don't think I know any track until I Want to Be Yours. So this one hasn't lost its magic.
Come to find you for in some velvet morning, years too late. She's a silver lining, Lone Ranger riding through an open space. In my mind, when she's not right there beside me, I go crazy, 'cause here isn't where I wanna be. And satisfaction feels like a distant memory, and I can't help myself. All I wanna hear me say is, are you mine? Well, are you mine? Are you mine? Are you mine? Oh, I guess what I'm trying to say is I need the deep end, keep imagining meeting wished away. Entire lifetimes unfair, we're not somewhere misbehaving for days. Great escape, lost track of time and space. She's a silver lining, climbing on my desire, and I go crazy, 'cause here isn't where I wanna be. And satisfaction feels like a distant memory, and I can't help myself. All I wanna hear her say is, are you mine? Well, are you mine? Are you mine? Are you mine? And the thrill of the chase moves in mysterious ways. So in case I'm mistaken, I just wanna hear you say you got me, baby. Are you mine? She's a silver lining, Lone Ranger riding through an open space. In my mind, when she's not right there beside me, I go crazy, 'cause here isn't where I wanna be. And satisfaction feels like a distant memory, and I can't help myself. All I wanna hear her say is, are you mine? Well, are you mine? Are you mine? Are you mine?
What I love about that track, apart from all of the timeless aspects of the instrumentation just going fucking hard, the guitars are insane. Alex Turner has like one of the most. He kind of reminds me of Tom York in a way. Not in the same type of voice, but the voice is so palatable, but at such a high quality that it feels impossible to hate it. But another aspect that I really love about this track is the fact that the Are You Mine Tomorrow, that sort of thing, is very early 2010s. If you've listened to Jungle, they do some like neo soul stuff that has very similar sounds. The intro song for Suits, stuff like that. There's just sounds that are very much of that era of like indie, of early 2010s, like 2000s, that sort of thing, and it's more like commercial appeal of it, right? And I think they incorporate that very well without it sounding super dated. And I kind of fuck with that heavy. This track, I have no idea if it's a 10 or 11. For the record, 11's tracks that I think is like top 500 of all time. That one's getting fucking close to it because I think it kind of matches up a lot with a lot of the great rock songs of all time. I think the level of instrumentation, the fucking attitude that it all has is very close to it. So I'll have to like re-listen to it to see if it hits that mark for me. But yeah, perfect fucking song. But I haven't heard any of the other ones, so that's it. This one has a lot more of that 2013 vibe.
From the bottom of your heart, the relegation zone. I saw this coming from the start. The shake, rattle, and roll. All the cracks in blackout blinds. A cast patterns on the ceiling, but you're feeling fine. I thought it was dark outside. I thought it was dark outside. So we all go back to yours and you sit and talk to me on the floor. There's no need to show me around, baby. I feel like I've been here before. I've been wondering where the late to when you tell everybody to go. Will you pour me one for the road? I knew this would be on the card. I knew you wouldn't fall. I saw this coming from the start. The shake, rattle, and roll. So we all go back to yours and you sit and talk to me on the floor. But there's no need to show me around, baby. I feel like I've been here before. I've been wondering where the late to when you tell everybody to go. Will you pour me one for the road? The mixture hits your heart. Don't get that sinking feeling. Don't fall apart. Some out of tune guitar. The soundtrack to disaster.
Alright.
So we all go back to yours and you sit and talk to me on the floor. There's no need to show me around, baby. I feel like I've been here before. I've been wondering where the late to when you tell everybody to go. Will you pour me one for the road?
This one is such an interesting track. I feel like it leans a lot more on the 2010 sound that I was talking about, where like Oh You Mine kind of incorporates that, but it never actually feels like it's from that time necessarily. Well, like this one, it feels like it touches on it a lot harder, which I feel like would add to it being a bit worse. But in other aspects to it, I think it's like a bit more catchy. I don't know how I feel about it compared to like Do I Want to Know, for example, right? Do I Want to Know has like an iconic bass line. But there's something that's jiggy about this track that I feel like is on the same level, despite the fact that I think it's like a worse song, if that makes sense. It also, I feel pretty comfortable that it's like a great song, but not an amazing track, which makes me want to reconsider what Do I Want to Know is. Because they feel around the same level, but this one kind of feels like a 7 to an 8 to me. So I'm going to go with 7.5, but maybe this drops down to like an 8.5 or something like that because of that. But probably not due to just the fact that it has that bass line that is instantly recognizable. It's a pretty nifty track though. I can honestly like. I don't know where this is in the pantheon of like Arctic Monkey fans tracks. Like, do people really fuck with this one? I have no idea. If you do, I just assume that you would like Jungle. You should check them out. They're not rock or anything, but like their sounds are very, very similar to this track. I know the name of this one, but I never heard it, I don't think.
Arabella's got some interstellar gator skin boots and a helter-skelter around a little finger, and I ride it endlessly. She's got a Barbarella silver swimsuit, and when she needs to shelter from reality, she takes a dip in my daydreams.
Oh.
My days end best when the sunset gets itself behind that little lady sitting on the passenger side. It's much less picturesque without her catching the light. The horizon tries, but it's just not as kind on the eye.
Ooh.
Arabella's got a 70s head, but she's a modern lover, it's an exploration. She's made of outer space, and her lips are like the galaxy's edge, and her kiss the color of a constellation falling into place. My days end best when the sunset gets itself behind that little lady sitting on the passenger side. It's much less picturesque without her catching the light. The horizon tries, but it's just not as kind on the eye.
Ooh. I love the pushing, like how his vocals. I love his vocals and how he kind of like the flow of the lyrics and stuff like that. It's so sick. Yeah, I don't know. This one I haven't heard before. I like it. I think I like this one more than Do I Want to Know. It has just like a groove to it. It's like a bit cheeky, and I kind of fuck with it a lot. Yeah, this one's nifty. I like it. All right. This one hits. It's nice. the like guitar, like the riffs and all of that stuff, it feels like it's going to a very similar thing as like the most popular tracks off of this and the most iconic tracks off of it. It just feels like it's like a bit less quality, like it's a bit less clear and crisp, but it still has the same like essence towards it. So I think this track so far is going to be above like one for the road for me, and I think it's kind of like an 8 at the moment. I want to see where it goes because I'm curious if it will, I don't know, bump it up a lot, but I don't know. It has like the same level of pizzazz, but it just doesn't reach the same heights as the other tracks to me at the moment. Ooh, I like his vocals. I really like this. I'll need to re-listen to One for the Road just to see where it stacks up against that, because I think it's a bit above it, but when I really like this area here, like the shoe up, that the instrumentation, that's really cool. I like the solos, that sort of thing. But then I feel like that I want it all, like the like last chorus playing through. I don't know, it was, there wasn't much special about that, and I was kind of waning my interest a bit. So that's why it went up to the 0.5 and then dropped down that. But I still like it. It has a nice little groove to it.
One, two. So you're on the prowl, wondering whether
Very Oasis.
Leather jacket, collar pop like antenna, never knowing when to stop. Sunglasses indoors, power for the cause, lights in the floors, and sweat on the walls. Cages and poles.
I love this.
Call off the search for your soul, or put it on hold again. She's having a sly and a smoke. She calls the folks who run this, her oldest friends, sipping, drinking, laughing at imaginary jokes. As all the signals are sent, arise, invite you to approach, and it seems as though those lumps in your throat that you just swallowed have got you going. Come on, come on, come on.
The like psychedelic, the psychedelic guitar is so sick. It's an instant. I absolutely love it as soon as someone does it. So like the, I don't know if it's psychedelic. It's like a mixture of like a country or psychedelic. Because like Morgan Wallen uses it a lot. It's in Dark Side of the Moon. It's in a bunch of shit. I absolutely love it.
Come on, number one, Party Anthem.
Like Lana Del Rey uses it, I think, as well.
She's a certified mind blower, knowing full well that I know. May suggest there's somewhere from which I might know her, just to get the ball to roll.
that song alone, I think kind of makes me think that maybe Mine is a 10, because I don't know if this is an 11, because I don't know if this is one of the best songs of all time, but I think it's my favorite. I by far, I think, it's hard to say. I'll have to re-listen to Are You Mine again, all that sort of stuff, but like, this track is so stunning. I fucking love it. His vocals are absolutely amazing. The guitars, as I said, I don't know what necessarily it is. I know it's used in psychedelic rock all the time, like a MKG when he does psychedelic bedroom pop, fucking Dark Side of the Moon, that sort of thing. It's used in that. Used in Titanic Rising, Waves Blood, by Waves Blood. I just absolutely love it. It's a cheat code. If you're able to make a good song around that, it's like, ooh, you'll instantly just hit my fucking heart. And this is the track that does it for sure. Damn, really fucking good. I was so expecting, like, when I was coming into this, that like the 3 tracks I know, because they're the most popular, they have like iconic riffs, that sort of thing, that when I come to listen to the album, all of the other stuff just wouldn't hold a candle to it. But I'm so happy that I'm able to find a track that I think is, you know, a bit of a hipster pick, you know, but might be my favorite. That's kind of cool. This is pretty. This is a very similar guitar as the last song. It could be really good.
Mad sounds in your ears make you feel alright. They bring you back to life. Mad sounds in your ears, they make you get up and down, they make you get up. Yeah, they make you get up. Love buckles under the strain of those wild nights. Run, but you cannot hide. Mad sounds in your ears, they make you get up and dance, they make you get up all night long. They reappear, they make you get up and dance. Yeah, they make you get up.
This track's so much, it's like so pleasant. It's so pleasant. And I kind of like it more than some other tracks that might be a bit more ambitious, because this feels a bit more safe. Like, you're playing with, like, it's not like swinging for the fences to try and be the greatest song. But because it's kind of just sticking to its lane, it's just such a pleasant listen. And it means that it's, I'm thinking like 8.5-ish, maybe 8. So 8.5.
Suppose you've gotta do what you gotta do. We just weren't feeling how we wanted to. You sit and try sometimes, but you just can't figure out what went wrong. Then out of nowhere, somebody comes and hits you with an ooh la la la, ooh la la la.
Some little Beatles.
You got those mad sounds in your ears to make you get up and dance.
Yeah, it was like it's never going to be the best song on the album, this type of track, but it's solid. I like it more than I Want It All and One for the Road. It's like a great to an amazing track, but I feel like it kind of caps out to the fact that it can't be amazing, because it doesn't like take as much ambition or risk or whatever that I am looking for at least. But for what it's trying to do, it kind of does it the best it possibly can. Like a solid album track that is like just low key, nice, chill, beautiful to listen to. This track, sorry about pausing, but like the instrumental instantaneously and the name Fireside instantly makes me think that this is going to be like a Mumford and Son songs. Mumford and Son song. Gee, that sounds weird.
I can't explain, but I wanna try. Or is this image of you and I, and it goes dancing by in the morning and in the night time. There's all these secrets that I can't keep. Like in my heart there's that hotel suite, and you lived there so long. It's kinda strange now you're gone. I'm not sure if I should show you what I found. Has it gone for good, or is it coming back around? Isn't it hard to make up your mind when you're losing and your fuse is fireside? There's all those places we used to go, and I suspect you already know. But that place on memory lane you like still looks the same, but something about it's changed. I'm not sure if I should show you what I found. Has it gone for good, or is it coming back around? Isn't it hard to make up your mind when you're losing and your fuse is fireside? And I thought I was yours forever. Or maybe
I like how it builds.
mistaken, but I just cannot manage to make it through the day without thinking of you lately. I'm not sure if I should show you what I found. Has it gone for good, or is it coming back around?
Alright.
Isn't it hard to make up your mind when you're losing and your fuse is fireside?
That track is so interesting because at the start I was like, "Oh, is this one like? Do I mess with it?" But just the way that the track builds and built and built, it grew on me. Like across the entire track, like at the start, it's like, "Oh," instantly it starts out like, "Is this the worst one?" And then the more it builds, the more his vocals start to like flare up more, and he's like, I don't know, putting some more charisma shit into it. I'm like, this is a bop. And then by the time it like gets to the end, it feels like it's built and it's got more texture and layered, and I'm like, oh, I like this. I like this a lot. That one creeped up on me. That's good shit. Ooh. Alright, this is a very do I want to know. Let's see if it's better.
The mirror's image, it tells me it's home time, but I'm not finished, 'cause you're not by my side. And as I arrived, I thought I saw you leaving, carrying your shoes. Decided that once again I was just dreaming. talking the same shite. I need a partner. Well, are you out tonight? It's harder and harder to get you to listen. More I get through the gears, incapable of making alright decisions and having bad ideas. Now it's 3 in the morning and I'm trying to change your mind. Left you multiple missed calls until my message you replied. Why'd you only call me when you're high? High. Why'd you only call me when you're high?
It's interesting. Alright.
And I can see you wonder where am I? It sort of feels like I'm running out of time. I haven't found what I was hoping to find. You said you gotta be up in the morning, gonna have an early night, and you're starting to bore me, baby. Why'd you only call me when you're high? Why'd you only ever phone me when you're high? Why'd you only ever phone me when you're high? Why'd you only ever phone me when you're high? Why'd you only ever phone me when you're
I don't know how I feel about that track. I think I need to listen to What Do I Want to Know again. Not all the way through, don't worry about that, but I think I need to listen to it again because this feels like just a thinner, less powerful version of that track. And I just need to make sure that I'm not, like, tripping. Holy fuck.
If this feeling flows both ways,
Alright.
sort of.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very similar, but... Ah. Let me just... What's this one?
I knew this would be on the car.
That one I should drop some time, but... What about I Want It All?
Girl, stone cold, miracle. And dance and make you get up all night long. And repeat.
What?
Space age.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it sits. It's a 7.5 to me, which sounds like that's going to be a massive hot take considering how many streams that has, but I don't know. It just feels like it's trying to do what Do I Want to Know is doing. It's like redoing that, but it doesn't have the same level of charm or build because it's like 2 minutes long where like Do I Want to Know is 4 minutes and it gets to build in itself and I don't know, it gets to have a journey where this one kind of gets cut off short. It's kind of like it has like a nifty little phrase of like, why'd you only call me when you're high? And that is like the draw in, but then, I don't know, it just doesn't go to the same level of places that Do I Want to Know does. It feels like it lives in the shadow for me.
What's been happening in your world? What have you been up to? I heard that you fell in love. I near enough. I gotta tell you the truth. like you, girl. I wanna grab both your shoulders and shake, baby. Snap out of this. I get the feeling I left it too late, but baby, snap out of this. If I watch, don't continue to swing on a fat lady, fancy's having a sing. I'll be here waiting ever so patiently for you to snap out of
This track is such a FIFA song. That's the reason why I was just giggling and smiling to myself, because like this reminds me of so like FIFA 14. Yeah, this was very like what's that? Bits and something, Bits and Gentlemen, something like that. Where it sounds very similar to this. It's so very early 2010s. I like this track a lot for the chorus, and for like there's like a verse in there that I feel like it dropped it down. That's why I went from an 8.5 to an 8. But I think I really need to listen to like I Want It All and Fireside and stuff like that to see, because I feel like this is above it, but I don't know if it's at the same level as Mad Sounds. This is stuff that I'll deal with afterwards, right? But basically, you know where I stand. This is above this to me and this, but it's probably below this. Yeah. Ooh. They're really playing into the like 2010s rock here.
You got the lights on in the afternoon, and the nights are drawn out long, and you're kissing to cut through the gloom with a cough drop colored tongue. And you were sitting in the corner with the coats all piled high, when I thought you might be mine. In a small world,
This reminds me of a lot of Why Did You Only Call Me When You're High. But it has like it has the charm of like a Snap Out of it or a Fireside alongside it, so it makes it a bit better in my opinion.
Well, you cured my January blues. Yeah, you made it all alright. I got a feeling I might have lit the very fuse that you were trying not to lie. You were a stranger in my phone book. I was acting like I knew, 'cause I had nothing to lose. When the winter's in full swing and your dreams just aren't coming true, ain't it funny what y'all do?
This is so FIFA. This one's like so. I don't know. This one's so like unique and like cheeky. I kind of. It's like out of all the tracks that are heavily borrowing from the sound that probably they propagated a lot themselves, right? This one's like sound. It's the funnest. Well, Snap Out of It had like the chorus that's really fun, but the rest of the track, but like this entire thing is kind of ingratiating me. It's all nice and charming. Oh no. Maybe it dropped to the bad thing. Yeah, that one's like the funnest of its vein that this album touches on. Yeah, the very 2010s FIFA sort of sound. This one's probably my favorite of it. And then we go into I Want to Be Yours, which I think I know. I'm pretty sure I know of. As a 3 billion streams, it's kind of impossible not to hear if I don't know it. Or if I do know it. Alright, doesn't sound familiar. I do like the guitars though. It's a pretty reverb.
I wanna be your vacuum cleaner, breathing in your dust.
More, this one's similar to the number one Party Anthem.
I will never rust. If you like your coffee hot, let me be your coffee pot. You call the shots, babe. I just wanna be yours. Secrets I have held in my heart are harder to hide than I thought. Maybe I just wanna be yours. I wanna be yours. I wanna be yours. Wanna be yours.
I haven't heard this. I don't think I've heard this.
Let me be your lucky meter, and I'll never run out. Let me be the portable heater.
I like it a lot though.
You'll get cold without. I wanna be a steady lotion. Hold your hair in deep devotion. At least as deep as the Pacific Ocean. Now I wanna be yours.
This is so weird.
Secrets I have held.
It has 3 billion streams and I've never heard it. That's so weird to me. How, like, it's by far the most popular, but I've never heard it. I swear I have. It's really nice. It's just so weird I haven't heard this. It's really nice. I really like that one. I think it's above Arabella for me. I'll re-listen to some of these, but this like roughly, it's not gonna change too much. I think it's like a high 8 out of 10, maybe like a low 9. So it's like a great record. It's a great album. Um, I'm honestly just wheeling from the fact that I've never heard "I Want to Be Yours." I thought I had like the fucking name of the track makes you think, oh, I've heard that, but I must have gone. Do I want to know and Are You Mine to get mixed up together? And that kind of sounds like I Want to Be Yours. Like, oh, I know that lyric, but I didn't. I hadn't heard this song before. When did it get popular? Because I remember listening to like some Arctic Monkeys in like 2015, 16, 17, right? And that's when I listened to Are You Mine? Do I Want to Know? Um, yeah, it's just so weird. It kind of reminds me of less so, but it kind of reminds me of like Sweater Weather from like Neighborhood, where in the past like 3 years that shit has gotten to like 3 billion streams. So it's like that I knew that song and it was popular, but no one knew that popular. So is I Want to Be Yours like the new generation's love from this album? And that sounds crazy for me because I'm 23. Saying new generation, it's fucking weird. But yeah, this is a really good album. The first Arctic Monkeys album. I'm gonna listen to a lot of them actually. I'm gonna listen to the one with Marty Bum. I'm gonna listen to the one with 505 and Humbug because they are the Walrus. Who's like a TikTok reviewer with 100,000 followers. I'm in his Discord and stuff. His favorite's Humbug, so I'm gonna listen to that. If there's other Arctic Monkeys albums that you think I should listen to, like a Tranquility Hotel one or The Car, something like that, whatever one, like you think there's like, no, that's actually the best one. You should listen to that one. Then send it there and I'll do it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. You can join my Patreon to get these uncut and early access from months ahead of time. You probably won't see this on YouTube. It's 6th of July. You probably won't see this, honestly, until the end of the year because I'm very slow. So, yeah. Or maybe even later. Sorry about that. But, yeah. I love you all. Peace out. Bye.